In this video, I'll teach you how to successfully juggle what is known as a 3-ball cascade. That's the standard juggling trick. It doesn't even look like a trick. It's where you're just throwing the balls, alternating hands, and you get a consistent pattern going. It's fairly easy. Should take you about a day to learn, but it can take a while longer to master. So the first thing you need to do is get some good juggling balls. I've got these beanbag things, and I ordered them online. They light up, so it's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm assuming you don't have professional juggling balls already. If you have those little multicolored beanbag things, those are okay, but I don't recommend them because usually they're too light and they bounce all over the place when you drop them. They roll everywhere. These things just, stick to the ground, hit the ground, stay there. But what I did for my first juggling balls is I took tennis balls, got a really sharp knife, cut them open and filled them with pennies or coins. So those are pretty easy to make. I'll show you them right now. So here we have an assortment of juggling balls. Got my beanbags. Hacky sacks are great. They're perfect. Good weight. Maybe even better than these ones. So they're about the same weight. Here's those little ones you get like with the Clutch juggling book. I really don't like these. Way too light. They bounce off each other in the air, go flying. Here's my homemade juggling ball, filled with pennies. I just sliced it open with it cut like 2.5 inches wide, so that way you can, all you do, like some people say, how do you get the pennies out? You just squeeze it. So you just squeeze it and change. Okay, so lots of juggling stuff here. And once you get your balls, you're ready to juggle. First thing you need to work on is the throw and the catch. So, figure out which hand is dominant, meaning which hand you write with, basically. Or maybe you do sports with the other hand, whichever hand you want to use. I'm left-handed, so I usually start with my left hand, I can start with the other hand now. Anyway, hold the ball in your hand, just grip it, no real way to hold the ball. Throw it up to go about eye level, nice little arc, and smoothly in your other hand. So try that. Yeah, you did it. Pass it back over. Do it again. There we go. Since you have only one ball, it's staying on a flat, two-dimensional plane. That will still be important when you have three. You don't want them going out in front of you. I'll get into that later. But so good. You can do it with one hand, but make sure you can do it with both. So after a while, practice getting consistent throws with both hands. Go back and forth. Should be going about the same height. And also, notice how I don't really have to move my hand to get to the ball. After a while, I can just throw, not even look at my hand, my hand's right in it. You shouldn't be like, reaching out all over, diving or anything. That's bad. You may notice that the ball might go slightly in front of you. Maybe not at this point. Once you start juggling, the balls could go in front of you. The key to juggling is consistency. So, next you want to pick up your second juggling ball. So, hold one in each hand. What you're going to do is throw one, just like before, and actually just catch it in the other hand. Like that. The reason I do this is because some sort of psychological thing, when you've got two balls, it messes up your throws. Even if you know you're not going to throw the second one. So right now, I threw two, but still the throws weren't as even. So just practice catching with two balls in your hand. When you feel ready, you can throw, catch, and throw, not quite at the same time. In fact, when you're throwing, so I throw this ball, when you're throwing, this ball should reach right out here. You throw and catch. You won't be catching balls at the same time because there's three. Be at a very consistent pattern. So do a few example throws. That was a bad one. Make sure you're going both ways. You might want to just practice your favorite way from the beginning, but after a while, you'll need to learn to do both ways. Alternate. Practice this for like 5 or 10 minutes. The more you practice these beginning steps, the easier it'll be once you pick up the third and final ball. And I'm going to do that right now. So now you've got three. Whichever hand you want to start in, I start on my left. hold 2 in it. But since you guys are most likely right-handed, I'll start with 2 in my right hand. Start by throwing one up, just like before. When it's right here, throw the next one. So you throw the next one first, then you catch the other one. You should never have 2 balls in the same hand at the same time, unless you just started, of course. So, like this, just throwing very smoothly, about eye level. I can see the whole pattern using my peripheral vision. I'm not looking at every ball like this. I have some friends who do that. They're really good at juggling, but they look at every single throw, and that makes it really difficult. So stare through the pattern. Right now I'm staring at the camera, so I'm not looking like directly into it. I'm looking through the pattern. So keep practicing that. Make sure your throws are completely consistent. And if you want to, you can do something called 3-ball flash. Throw all 3 balls up, catch all 3. Notice how it's at a pretty consistent beat also. Easy enough. So practice your throws and make sure it's on that 2-dimensional plane. See how it's like very flat right in front of me? I'd say it's like 10 inches out from my body. Some people like juggling further away, some people like doing it up close, even looking down the pattern. That's a little weird. But just keep everything consistent on your 2-dimensional plane. You don't want them going out like this, so that they're looping inward to your body. That's bad. Keep it flat. Now, some of the problems you might run into when you just start is all of the balls go forward, and you start running after them. And I face this problem for like a week, maybe even longer, and it's really annoying. So you're juggling, and then you start running, and then the balls just drop on the ground, and sometimes you end up on your stomach. It's not good. Or you might have the opposite problem, where it's too close to you and you're like backing up. If that happens, just go back to the 1-ball throw. Make sure it's landing right in the other hand, right where you want it to go. So there are many issues you might run into. If you do have this running issue, like I had, practice in front of a wall. Like that. That way the balls will either bounce off the wall, and it'll sort of warn you not to do that again, and it'll teach you to keep the balls on that flat plane, close but not too close to your body. So, using those tricks, you should be able to perform 3-ball Cascade. Here's what it looks like in slow motion. Thanks for watching.